call this meeting to order. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We have a roll call, please.
Village President Detloff.
Here.
Mr. Martin.
Here.
Mr. Morgan.
Present.
Ms. Nowak.
Here.
Ms. Quinn.
Here.
Ms. Wackerly.
Here.
Do we have a motion to approve village board minutes dated March 16th, 2026?
I will make a motion to approve the village board minutes from March 16th, 2026. I will second.
Okay, we have a motion to approve the previous meeting minutes from March 16th, 26. Motion made by Ms. Wackerly,
Yes.
seconded by Ms. Nowak.
Yes.
Mr. Martin.
Yes.
Mr. Morgan.
Yes.
And Ms. Quinn.
Abstain.
I don't believe we have any public comment this evening. Is there anybody on that sheet? Thank you. Do we have a motion for bills for payment and payroll?
Yes, I move to approve bills for payment dated April 2nd, 2026 from the corporate general fund, $40,893.48. Also dated April 2nd from the Fest Fund, $152.95. Also dated April 2nd from the TIP account, $14,285.34. Also moved to approve payroll ending March 14th in the amount of $19,595.01. Ending March 28th, the amount of $26,526.52.
I'll second.
Does anybody have any questions about any of the bills or the payroll? Okay, this we're good.
Okay. Motion to approve bills for payment as follows, dated April 2nd. General fund, $40,893.48. Out of the Fest account, $152.95. Out of the TIP account, $14,285.34. Payroll ending March 14th in the amount of $19,595.01. And payroll ending March 28th in the amount of $26,526.52. Motion is made by Mr. Morgan,
Yes.
seconded by Ms. Quinn,
Yes.
Mr. Martin,
Yes.
Ms. Nowak,
Yes.
Ms. Wackerly.
Yes.
All set. Department reports, Clerk Scott Dillman.
I don't have anything other than just to let you know, we have sent out all the notices for liquor and gaming renewals to all the associated vendors, and we're getting some responses back already.
How are we on, has everybody filed their economic statements?
We have a couple that have not, but they have been notified.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Mhm.
Attorney's report, I will comment on this later in the meeting. Engineers report, also I will comment later in the meeting. Ordinances and Church Committee Chairperson Susie Weedle, she isn't here this evening. I believe Mr. Morgan is going to do the first reading.
Yes, in your packet, we have an ordinance that we're looking. And Angie, do you want to tell them about the car?
Yes, this is one of our police vehicles. It's a 2017 Ford Interceptor. It is non-repairable. Well, it is repairable, but it needs a new engine. But I would like to see it have a better home than what it's doing here, just sitting. So if we could get this ordinance passed to see if we could get it sold or scrapped or pieced out, however we can however the village deems appropriate for this vehicle.
So unless there's some kind of objection, what we could do is, move to waive the first reading. And then we could go to the second reading and vote on that, so it's done tonight, unless any of you see that we should put it off for a second reading next meeting. Okay, I think that's what we'll do. I'll move to approve waiving the first reading of ordinance, and let's get a number for it. It's O dash four dash 26-1, I believe.
I believe so.
Okay, so that's ordinance 0-4-26-1, an ordinance authorizing the sale or disposal of personal property owned by the village of Grant Park, Kankakee County, Illinois. And inside the one that we would be actually approving, unlike the one I think a couple of you have, we would have in like 3 places a disposal of one 2017 Ford model Interceptor, and then it lists the VIN number so that it becomes an official ordinance. So, anyway, I've made the motion. Could we have a second?
I will second.
Okay,
Okay, motion to waive the first reading of ordinance O-4-26-1. For disposal of surplus property, the 2017 Ford Interceptor. Motion made by Mr. Morgan,
yes.
second by Ms. Nowak.
Yes.
Mr. Martin,
Yes.
Ms. Quinn,
Yes.
Ms. Wackerly.
Yes.
At this time, I move to have the second reading of ordinance number O-4-26-1, the ordinance authorizing the sale or disposal of personal property owned by the village.
I will second.
Motion to approve ordinance O-4-26-1. Disposal of surplus property, the 2017 Ford Interceptor. Motion made by Mr. Morgan,
Yes.
second by Ms. Nowak.
Yes.
Mr. Martin,
Yes.
Ms. Quinn,
Yes.
Ms. Wackerman.
Yes.
That's all under ordinances and insurance at this time.
Thank you, sir. Streets and Alley Committee Chairman Jason Martin.
All right, I got a few things to bring up, and just kind of a reminder for the community. Brush pickup has started today and will continue on until October 5th. They're also going to be looking to put stone in parkways when weather permitting. And then once that's complete, they'll move on to residential requests for stone. For the speed limit sign in Lake Watauga, they're gonna get a location set up for that, and hopefully have it done by the end of this week or end of next. The other thing that to remind the community that any of the trees and stuff like that that's put out off of Route 1 is actually state, and they don't handle it. You would have to contact IDOT. So if you want the village to pick it up, don't put it on Route 1. And then the last remaining part is they're gonna start doing patching of potholes as soon as they get the opportunity. So, other than that, that's all I got.
I've got one question. Did you receive a estimate for repair for sidewalk at 404
No,
Maple?
nothing yet.
It was supposed to be in your packet, but the gentleman, I spoke with him a couple of weeks ago concerning sidewalk repair at another address. He is gonna do most of the work himself. He asked if we would still be honoring the 50/50 with the sidewalk repair. The estimated cost of the work is $2,500, so we would cover half of that, and I think we still have $1,000 in our budget for sidewalk repair, because we haven't done any sidewalk repair. So, I mean, I would encourage that the village go ahead and have him go ahead and do the work. There was another interested party in the village, but they are not gonna do the work until later this year, so there'll be money after May first to look into that repair. Though I would get with Carrie, Steve is aware of this request by the resident. I would encourage both you and him to talk to the homeowner and try to do this and turn this in before May first.
Yeah,
Because he is gonna do the removal of the old sidewalk, all the framing, the gravel, and order the concrete. He's just asking for assistance, and I think that he's willing to do this work. I think the village, since we have the money to do it, I think we should encourage.
yeah, it's definitely in the budget. We didn't touch it, so.
Yeah, so anyway, if you guys would reach out to him and let him know that we would like to do this, and the sooner the better, because if that money, basically, if that money isn't spent, it goes back into the general fund. So we could easily do it with this budgeted money, because in a few weeks, we will be looking at the new budget for the next year.
Okay. What was the address for that?
404 Maple Street, that would be South Maple.
And again, just kind of to clarify, what we've done historically is require developers and homeowners to put in new sidewalk. That is an ordinance, but if there is a used sidewalk that falls apart, cracked, heaved by the tree, and if the homeowner wants to replace that, we usually have done like a 50-50 with them. But we don't do new sidewalk.
I talked to this gentleman a couple weeks ago, and he was looking at another property, and I gave him a copy of our village ordinance. And as Mr. Morgan says, we do work with the homeowners on repair, but it's not our responsibility. If there's not an existing sidewalk, to put a sidewalk in, that is up to the homeowner.
Okay.
But he is aware of it, and he does have a copy of our ordinance.
Okay,
Is that all you have, sir?
that was it.
Okay. Finance Committee Chairman, Gary Morgan.
The only thing is we are coming up on budget time, so each of the departments could kind of finish up their budgets in the next week or so. We'd really like to have that for the next meeting, so that we start May first with the approved budget. And we do have the streets and a couple other budgets, so if you're still working on it, I'd be glad to help anybody or just come up with it. Thanks, that's all I have.
Thank you, sir. Community Outreach Chairperson, Jody Wackerlin.
Yes, I would like to make a motion to approve the purchase of the materials for our Easter event, not to exceed $200.
I'll second that.
Okay, motion to approve the supply purchase for the Easter Fest event not to exceed $200. Motion made by Ms. Wackerlin,
Yes.
seconded by Mr. Morgan.
Yes.
Mr. Martin,
Yes.
Ms. Nowak,
Yes.
Ms. Quinn.
Yes. Thank you. And then at our previous meeting, Mayor Dutloff mentioned the ComEd tree program. After our meeting, I did look into that, and at that time, all of the trees were accounted for. So we have no trees this year, but next year, if they do offer the same program, I will look into it again. And that is all I have.
Thank you, ma'am. Building and Grounds Committee Chairperson, Julie Quinn.
I don't have anything this week.
Okay, I do have one comment. Our cleaning lady, Brittany Duncan, will be leaving. We have put out information, if anybody's interested, to get a hold of Carrie. Carrie is gonna take, if any applications come in, she will put them in your folder for you to review. These will be people that'll fill out a actual application, and if necessary, we will do a background check on the person. In the meantime, this coming weekend will be the last weekend that Brittany will be working. And until we hire somebody, I will take care of cleaning the park buildings.
Okay.
Is that all you had, Ms. Quinn?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Law Enforcement Committee Chairperson, Angie Noy.
I just have a few things, in your packet, and I believe, Gary also passed out about the update on a solution for the network server. So let's see, we're gonna discontinue the old body worn cameras that require cloud storage that costs, 3,500 a year. Everything is going to be moved to a cloud. And there's a one-time, purchase of an iPro sensing docking bay for our, that's for the body cam, to get hooked up. So that will be a one-time fee. There's gonna be a battery charger for 139. Everything is gonna come back to the village hall main computer, so everything will be stored here at the village.
Let me
Newer-
just touch on that. It's just Locust that's coming back.
Okay,
Basically, the Microsoft 365, everything's gonna be right on the cloud. I mean, you'll still go through all the protective things that are in place to prevent an attack and all that kind of stuff, but all the users and I think there's like 12 of us that use Microsoft 365 for access to basically our email. If you're a trusty email, you can also use the other products that Microsoft 365 has, because the license does that. And then once it's set up, anything you save through that platform will be on the cloud rather than on the server. But really, the only thing that's going to be on any of our computers is Locust.
and then, we're gonna get newer body camera videos. There's a subscription of $449 a unit. 5 units, for a yearly cost of $22.45, and it's gonna be saving, about $1,200. And then for the one-time setup, professional service by our advanced computer specialists and, migrate the data and all that stuff, would be a maximum of 2,000. So this removes the dependence on a premises for an actual server. And it should increase the speed, of the storage and the backups. So is what I would like to, bring to a motion if, everybody's ready to do that today. If you're not, and you would like more time to mull this over, we can always table it for the next meeting. But if anybody doesn't have any objections, I'd like to bring a motion to approve the BWC subscription license of $449 a unit, a one-time purchase of a BWC docking unit for $13.99, one-time purchase of a BWC battery charger for $139, and services provided to transfer Lotus and convert the current server-based network activities to specified cloud platforms from no more than 2,000.
I'll second. Do any of you have any questions about it? Because I mean, we'd be happy to answer anything. And again, the main thing is we won't have a server, and basically the battery backups that we do still have, they'll be there to reinforce any of the network equipment that still will be at the police station in here. And really the server way past its expiration date, so we'll be getting rid of it. But
Okay.
we're seeing no questions. We can move it in.
No, I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
No further questions? Okay, we have a motion on the floor, and I'll read this one more time. A motion to approve the BWC subscription licenses of $449 a unit. One-time purchase of a BWC docking unit for $1,399. A one-time purchase of a BWC battery charger for $139. And services provided to transfer Locust and convert the current server-based network activities to a specified cloud platform for no more than $2,000. With that said, motion made by Ms. Nowak,
Yes.
And seconded by Mr. Morgan,
Yes.
Mr. Martin,
Yes.
Ms. Quinn,
Yes.
and Ms. Wackerly.
Yes.
I have, some information about the newer, police vehicle that we had voted on. There was some significant damage to that vehicle, during the storms. And, it has been brought to my attention that the windshield and the one window will be fixed, but there's still, several, it doesn't look very nice. The car has a lot of tail damage. And I've been thinking because Bradley is going to be getting an insurance settlement for that car. And they offered it to us at $20,000. Which, so they'd be getting like a double payment for this vehicle, and how I would,
I can expound on that. I talked to Chief Barber today. He has not got a settlement yet, but what they anticipated was, I think the original price was 25. But if they total it, we're not in a position where we can buy it. If they total any car that's under 9 years old, you can't resell it. It has to go to an auto rebuild or salvage. If they don't total it and say they give them $10,000 toward it, the price would go down by whatever amount they give them. But the car is totally functional, it's just the hood it's really beat up from the hail. All that being said, it doesn't really affect the vehicle itself. We could probably, if we decided to move ahead with that, if they aren't gonna aren't gonna be totaled, we could probably get a replacement hood for a nominal amount of money. But at this point, we don't know. It all depending, if they total it, it's not even an option. So.
Table it until we find out.
Yeah, I think we just have to wait.
did he update you at all as to when somebody, like an insurance
I
adjuster?
was hoping last week, and I talked to him this morning, I haven't heard anything yet, but they had 22 cars damaged,
Okay,
so. Yeah,
okay.
so it's a lot, so, yeah, I think we're just kind of waiting on that.
Yeah,
One more thing with the other car that we're gonna get rid of. We'll have to get it to Public Works and get the emergency equipment stripped out of it. And Steve and JD do that, usually takes them maybe a day. Cause that equipment can be reused. So, with the exception of like, unfortunately, the council, if it's in whatever year Explorer is in, and the cage, whatever year Explorer is, as they change the Explorers, that becomes useless, but the light bar, the siren, radios, gun racks, all the other equipment, lighting, things like that are all valuable to us in the future.
can the cage actually be offered to another local police department that might have a similar vehicle that needs replaced?
I've probably got 4 or 5 in the side utility room.
Okay,
After, like, it's 2017, I think they probably changed around 2020.
okay,
So anybody that had a much older one would be valuable to them. I think the plan we had talked about, we got a lot of cages and like metal equipment in that room. And we talked with Republic, they're gonna bring us, when we're ready, a dumpster, we can dump all that in there and get whatever metal value it has now.
okay,
Because otherwise it really has no significant value, unfortunately.
okay. Then there's this, last calls for service, what, the police department has handled since, the beginning of January through March. I asked, chief just to put together, a little not diagram, but just some statistics for you so that you know, what total calls that they've had, since the first of the year till now. So hopefully from this point on, I'll have it monthly instead of, for this longer period of time. So total calls were 266. And, if you guys have any questions, I'm sure the chief would love to answer them.
Anybody have anything? Are you done?
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. I have a couple things here to cover. At our next meeting, there will be a lady here. She is gonna discuss a reduction in a personal, or professional fee agreement. If you have any questions, we're gonna vote on it at the next meeting. If you have any questions concerning the professional fee agreement, please ask me, before you vote. It's gonna make the difference between what we do now and what happens in the future. So I'm not gonna get into it right now. It's not on the agenda to talk about. But, her attorney wanted to have it on this meeting and we weren't prepped for this meeting. It has to do with, sale of property in the village of Grant Park. So I will discuss it before the next meeting, make sure you're fully aware so you can make a good judgment on your vote. There's a blood drive coming up April 15th at the Grant Park High School. If you're interested, I think they still have openings. They do require that you go online and register. So if that's something that's interesting to you, please reach out and help someone. The village construction has started. Be aware of it. It is a construction zone, so if you get caught in it, you go racing down the street. There's people out there working, so be patient with them. And this is the start of it, and I would look for it to get worse than before it gets better, and this is gonna continue on until the fall. And talking about construction, the bridge over Trim Creek, here in the next month or so, will be removed and be under construction. Now that bridge is in two phases. They're set placement drawings in the other room. If anybody's interested, I would be happy to go over the drawings with you. It's in two stages. So once you get one lane in, they put bar couplers so you can hook the next lane in. And I'm very familiar with this bridge because when it first went in, I'm the one who put it in. So it's been there a long time and I'm glad it's being replaced. As I mentioned earlier, we are seeking a position to be filled in the village, a cleaning person for the community park building to clean up after renters. If anybody has any questions, please reach out to Carrie Zizik here at the office, 815-465-6531. I want to thank the community outreach chairperson, Jody Wackerland, for the Easter event that we put on. The Easter Bunny gave me a picture to show everybody. A little girl gave it to the Easter Bunny and he said, can you bring it and show the village board? So I was gonna hang up in the office until I see the Easter Bunny again. I'd like to thank all the volunteers and Ms. Wackerland for putting this on. The community had a very nice time. Does anybody have any questions for me? At this time, we're gonna enter an executive session and talk about personnel. So all non-board members, you're welcome to come back after executive session when we close the regular board meeting. Right now, we're gonna pause the board meetings until we get through executive session.
You can go stay.
No.
When I see